All right, everybody. Welcome. I want to talk real quick about The Force Awakens and who Rey's parents are because I think I figured it out. At least I have a good idea. I want to tell you all right now there's a lot of spoilers ahead. I want to talk about the movie in detail, about Rey. And Star Wars has recaptured my imagination. The first time I saw it was in '83. Saw Jedi in the theaters with my dad. And it is really the new one is really awesome. And I think one big question is who is Rey's parents? I think her father is Han Solo. Let's just say it now. Her father is Han Solo, and here's why. 10 reasons why I think Han Solo, Princess Leia are the parents of Rey. Okay, number one. Rey completes Han's sentences on the Millennium Falcon. She does it a couple times. It's not a big thing, but it definitely is a clue to a connection there between the two. Number two, in the second trailer, you can hear Luke talking to who we think is Rey. He says, "The Force is strong in my family. My father has it. I have it. My sister has it. You have that power too." Now, if Rey was Luke's daughter, he would have left Leia out of it. She's not a Jedi. He would have just left her out of the lineage and said, "My father has it. I have it. You have that power too." But he can't. Why? Because Rey is Leia's daughter. So he has to mention her in the lineage. And there she is, right below Leia, her mom. Okay. On a side note, I don't recall that bit of dialogue from the movie, so I guess it's possible. It could be from episode 8. That'd be neat. All right, anyway, number 3. The way that Leia hugs Rey at the end of the movie after coming back from the First Order base, I mean, this is a girl that Leia hardly knew in the plot of the movie. But behind the scenes, Leia knows that Rey is her daughter, and even though Han and Ben didn't come back, she did. Leia is a tough cookie. She's an independent woman. So is Rey. And for those two to be hugging at the end of the scene is very telling to their connection. And I think the Force is bringing them together there. All right, number 4. Kylo Ren knows about his sister. He knows he has a sister out there. Or in my opinion. He feels her Force awakening. Even Snoke asked him about it. And he loses it after hearing that the BB unit escaped with a girl. He knows about Rey, and I think he knew that instinctually that Rey was the girl that the BB unit escaped with. I don't think he knew she was on Jakku, or he would have gone after her while looking for the Skywalker map, in my opinion. Number 5, obvious tie-in, the fact that she flies the Millennium Falcon and is a pro at it almost from the beginning, minus the takeoff. And that she's in possession of it when she meets Han. I think that's just another clue. Number 6, Rey said, "I never knew this much green existed in the galaxy." She said that as they were flying into Maz Kanata's, and right after she says that, camera looks at Han's face, and you can really tell, if you look at it, that he feels bad. He's almost ashamed. I think he realized who Rey really was right before when he was talking about the history of the Jedi and his history with Luke. And I think he says that's why he's helping them. And that's why he's taking her to Maz Kanata's, who he knows has the lightsaber that was once Luke's and also the grandfathers of Rey. So, but I think that's very telling. Probably the single most telling scene for me, to be honest. Also, when she's fighting Kylo at the end, and after Kylo had just killed Han Solo, he says to her, "It's just us now." Now, what is he referring to? Just us now. Of course, it's just them two fighting. But I think he's referring to just them two as siblings. Their father's dead. They're there together. She needs him now as the male figure in her life. And I think he's saying that to her. But I also, he can't be talking about the Force because Luke's still out there. So I just think that's a clue as well. Number 8, the way Chewie looks at Rey at the end of the movie when they're flying out to go find Luke, knowing that Han, his best friend, is gone and his daughter is taking his place. It looks like Chewie is just there, very sentimental, looking through the big hairy eyes. I really think that it's a different look than just this person who's now his co-captain. It's a connection there. There's history there, and also leads us to number 9. Somehow, innately, after living on Jakku for most of her life, she can speak Wookiee. It would make a lot of sense if she learned it growing up with her dad, whose best friend was a Wookiee. I bet Chewie's wife even made the Solos Wookiee cookies for Christmas. I don't know. But I think there's a connection. I think that's why she knows how to speak Wookiee. And number 10, a lot of people want to believe that Rey is the child of Luke, but I have a problem with that. I think in the new canon, Luke is a Jedi Master, and in kind of a way that a priest is, that not really allowed to marry, doesn't have a family. I mean, when Anakin got married in secret, and that's really one of the things that started getting him along, pulling him further away from the light side. I think Luke is a very dedicated Jedi. I don't think marriage fits in it. And plus, there's no talk of any family in the movie, and I think it'd be weird just to bring up a child later. I think it makes more sense that she is the son, or she's the daughter of Han and Leia. It makes sense to me. Also, during Jedi and Empire, during Empire and Star Wars, nobody told Luke that his father was Anakin. So it makes sense that, in the Jedi history of keeping secrets, that, I mean, even Yoda didn't tell Luke. So it makes sense that Han and Kylo and even Leia wouldn't mention it, that who Rey really is. Or Maz Kanata, she didn't even come out and say it, but I think she knows as well. So it's very telling, I think. Just the new canon, the way the story's progressing, because we know that Luke got married in the old canon, but that was all thrown out. So this is, I think, is very telling. And I also think that Snoke is calling Kylo back to complete his training, because now Rey, her force is awoken. The Resistance has found Luke, and now Kylo isn't the most powerful person in the universe now. His force is now matched by Rey, and they found Luke, so he needs to complete his training, get ready for the big fight. And hinting to the big fight, killing his father may have pushed him further to the dark side, but it's still not the ultimate test, because he's going to have to defeat his sister and Luke, his uncle, who he betrayed. So I think that's going to be even a tougher fight. We'll see what happens with all that. Looking forward to seeing it all resolved. I will tell you this, on a side note, it'd be awesome if Finn was Lando Calrissian's son. That'd be awesome. And it would make sense why Rey and Finn are such good friends, because Lando and Han were good friends. So there you go. Top 10 reasons. And one last thought, just how did Rey end up on Jakku? I'm not really sure how she did. She was young, 5 when she was put there. I think she was put under the watchful eye of Lord Santeca, much like Ben Kenobi watched over Luke. And I think Luke was the one that put Rey there, unbeknownst to Leia and Han. They didn't know where she was. I think Luke was the one that hit her on Jakku, and left the map to find him with Lord Santeca to eventually give it to Rey when she was ready. Just a guess. He was left on a planet very similar, Tatooine. I think he stayed hidden, so he thought it might work for her as well. And he was right. It worked in a sense, if that's what happened. We'll see, though. Can't wait for the next movie. Let me know what your thoughts are. Go ahead and leave a comment. If you thought this was stupid, awesome. Let me know. Love to hear your insightful comment. Thank you, guys. You all have a great day.